If you want to be coached by someone that podiumed at the first ever MX Bikes LAN event, then click the Discord link in the description below, follow the steps on screen to book a one-on-one session with me now. Anyway, enjoy the video. Alright boys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are here for round 3 of the British Championship of Lyng. Ignore that terrible start. My controller wasn't working for the start of it. It was very weird. I was sitting there wiggling my controller, seeing why it wasn't working. As soon as the gate went, it come back. I don't know what that was all about. But the Lyng start, the classic Lyng, if you've watched a race at Lyng in real life before, you would know how hectic the start is in real life, let alone in MX Bike. So yeah, we did not survive either of the starts in the motos, by the way. So yeah, we're outside the top 10 here, and we're just being rammed by everyone, 90 feet in the air, being rammed off the bike. And yeah, the first section of Lyng is very, very tight, so kind of knew it was going to be super duper hectic in the game. So is what it is, but we've got to work away from the back of the pack here, see what we can do. But it was nice to be racing Lyng. Lyng is a track that I've been to a lot of the British races at, and it was nice to have it in game. I've always wanted the British tracks in MX Bike, so it's very nice to be having a replica series. Although the track was basically a scale electrics track and you couldn't pass, it is like that in real life, and I think kind of everyone knew that. The person's running it, Evolve, Selfie, races the British 125 class, so obviously he knows the tracks, he knows what the tracks are like. And obviously, like I said, been to Lyng loads of times myself, and yes, it is a very, very one-line track in real life, so you kind of knew it was going to be a one-line track in the game. But yeah, wasn't really much Fuela could do, to be honest. The track is like it in real life, it's going to be like it in the game. So yeah, let's try our best to try and fight our way through the field. Davey, I was trying to get around Davey, I just could not pass him. The issue with battling your teammates is that if there was anyone else, I would have just barged them out of the way if they were holding me up, I can't lie. But with it being Davey, with it being your teammate, you ride them nice, so you try to be a bit more patient with them, and sometimes it slaps you in the bum. So yeah, we've gone down again, and we are still outside the top 15. So this is Moto 2, if you couldn't tell by the E-Road. Moto 1 didn't go too great. We ended up P10 in Moto 1, and that was because we were down bad. We got a bad start. We were in like 22nd or 23rd or something like that. Then we got all the way up to 11th, and we crashed in the field, the grassy field section over the back, and I was ghosting, so I tried to hard reset. And because you're in the middle of everything there, I tried to hard reset, and I was on track not clear for about 20 seconds. I genuinely just laid on the floor with track not clear for about 20 seconds. And yeah, we got all the way up to 11th. And then obviously after track not clear, I was down back outside the top 20 again. And then I got all the way back up to 10th. And yeah, the guy in front was 20 seconds up the road. Literally nothing that I could have done. I literally just had to sit and finish in P10. So frustrating Moto 1, and I knew I had more pace. I felt good in that Moto 1. Obviously, like I said, went to like last after being laying on the floor for the last 20 seconds because of a track not clear, and still getting up to the top 10. So I was happy with how I was riding, and I actually felt good. I felt like I had so much more. So I'm glad that Moto 2, we could really put that to a test and not have any major issues. Yeah, passing them guys now, that puts us up into the edge of that top 10 bubble, and the guy in front is very, very far up the road now, so we've got a lot of work to do to catch the guys in front. So let's get pushing, and yeah, let's really put this pace to the test and see if we can start to catch these guys up in front of us. So we put a bit of a gap on the guys behind. Obviously I had cut, so it said we're in P12, but I'm actually in P9 now that I've pulled away from them a little bit. And yeah, P8 is 9 and a bit seconds up the road, so we have a lot of work to do to catch up to these guys in front. So let's keep pushing, let's keep on digging, and let's see if we can catch these guys. Unfortunately, just pushing a bit too hard, back end sides out on us, and that does allow Jamie to come by us again. But Jamie was riding good. I have no idea who Jamie MX is, but he was riding pretty good. And yeah, after he come by us here, we were going to try and get him back, but he was running a good pace. So I ended up just kind of riding with him, if that made sense. If we were battling, we would slow each other down, and we weren't going to catch the guys in front. So at this point, 16 minutes left, it's not the end of the world. I don't have to pass him in the next corner to beat him, if that makes sense. I can work with him, I can ride with him, and he was riding good. He wasn't holding me up at all. So just kind of stuck onto the back of him and worked with him to push and keep catching the guys in front. Also as well, if we look on the left of the leaderboard, we do currently have the fastest lap inside the top 10. So we have a decent pace and we are gaining on everyone in front of us. So we knew the pace was there and we knew that we could be fighting for a top 5, even for a podium. So we're going to keep on pushing, and like I said, our pace is good so far. As it stands right now, we are the fastest guy within the top 10. So Kane's made some mistakes, we're right into the back of him, and I don't really know what this defensive manoeuvre was. He basically just hooked a hard left, dragged us both off track and took us both down. Don't really know what he was trying to achieve with that defensive riding, but nonetheless, we managed to get up before him and get ahead of him, which is all that mattered. But that just means we've lost more time to the guys in front that we spent the last few laps pushing to catch. So sets us back a little bit, but let's keep on going, keep on pushing, and let's keep trying to catch these guys in front. So Jamie ends up going down in front of us and then skipping it 2 laps later. We're onto the back of Dark now, who's in P6. He then rolls over the berm, so we managed to get around Dark. And yeah, we've got Brierly or Brearley in front. Don't know who this is, but he was riding good. He was actually riding pretty good. But then again, I think because, I'm not taking anything away from these guys that were riding good, but I think because the track was more on the simple side, if you could just get a good start and hold an okay pace, you could pretty much stay within that top 5 to 10 range the whole race, no matter really your speed. So yeah, it looked to me like quite a few people that aren't normally within the top 5 had some good starts and were sort of just holding a good pace. So yeah, up next is Brearley or Brierley, not actually 100% sure how you pronounce his name. So yeah, we are right onto the back of Brierley now, and unfortunately get kicked and then it just high sides us over the bars. So we were right onto the back of him, and we were only 5 seconds behind Cam, 7 behind Boy, 11 behind Chase. Like, we are still in it for a podium here, but unfortunate crash is definitely going to set us back quite a bit. So we're heading to the final lap now. We're right onto the back of Brierley. He makes a little mistake. We managed to dive up the inside of him, and we do manage to get him moving. That puts us into the top 5 spot. Now, he had a 2:17 as his fastest lap, and I had a 2:15 flat. So I knew I had the pace over him. I knew I had the speed, so I pushed to try and catch him, and we managed to get a move up the inside of him. Now, final lap of the race, we do have 1 more second of cuts than him, so I have to beat him by a second to hold on to this top 5 finish. And yeah, that is exactly what we did manage to do. It was close. I didn't gap him whatsoever. He was on me the whole time. He kept the pressure on. As you can see, he's only 0.9 behind me. So yeah, we do manage to hold on to top 5. Only got it by like a second and a bit. So Brierley was riding good. But very good night for the Element boys. We went 1, 2, 4, 5. So we had 4 riders in the top 5. I believe Davey struggled in the moto. We had Ward and Ollie qualify today, so that was nice to have them into a pro race with us. But yeah, we had 4 out of the top 5 were Element boys, so good night overall for everyone. We ended up getting P5 overall, and we're P6 in points now. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.